Hey, happy Saturday. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker, Antelope Valley Florist. My co-host over there in the corner, running the video camera, Aaron Goldstein, Goldstein Digital. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
And our first chamber member, first guest from Soul Plaza is Marshall Keys. Hi, Marshall.
Hello.
And one of the tenants over there, Vappster, yep, Scott Thompson, the founder. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
Well, thank you for coming on. Soul Plaza is a pretty amazing concept. It's the old H&E building.
That is correct. And I joined the Soul Plaza team a couple of years ago, and when it was Lancaster International Mall, an indoor swap meet, and we've recently converted into a boutique mall. So we've had lots of upgrades and a lot of wonderful new vendors and tenants, such as Scott, and there's some pretty exciting things over there.
Sometimes you've got traffic going by or pretty close. You need to stop and go over there and take a look, stroll the aisles and see what. You must have a website also.
Absolutely. We can be found at soulplaza.com, soulplazamall.com. And absolutely, I would suggest that people come in and see all the new and exciting things that we have there.
Well, thank you for bringing Scott in today. Scott, tell me a little bit about your business. Vappster, VAPPSTER.com.
Vappster is a vision for small businesses to be able to walk into a retail environment and talk to someone that can give them the basic rundown on what a website is, what an app is, and how to make that effective for bringing business to their front store or to their consultancy.
How long have you been in Soul Plaza?
We recently just got in there. We're going into our second month. I located my business from Albuquerque, New Mexico, here because I have two 17-year-old boys I want to raise, and I have a wonderful experience of meeting Marshall at the Soul Plaza. So my company was looking to expand here, and this was actually the best environment, and I'll explain more about that shortly.
Well, so you took a home-based business and you got a storefront.
Yes, sir, I did.
So you got a front door and you have reception and phone service and everything you need to run a business.
Sign and everything.
And that's
sign.
Yes.
Absolutely. Branding is very important to us at Soul Plaza. One of the things that I found when I came to Lancaster International Mall was a lot of people would come in and shop, but they didn't realize where they were shopping. As well, it's important for people to understand what is inside of Soul Plaza. What type of services, what types of items that we have there. And so I initiated a program that everyone would have signs so that we can do some branding. And now when the people come into Soul Plaza, they're coming in and asking for Vappster, for example, or for Prestige Indian Hair. So now their stores are being recognized on their own.
So one store is going to bring somebody in.
Exactly.
And then they're going to look around and realize what a treasure they've found.
That is correct.
Yeah, and that's probably why you took the bold move of joining the Chamber of Commerce.
That is absolutely correct. The Chamber has been very instrumental in helping us to build our brand, our Soul Plaza brand, and get the word out there that we exist.
It's really a department store.
It's more of a mall.
A mall.
It's a boutique mall. And you'll find a lot of great items, and you'll find name brand items, but they're at boutique mall prices.
Wow.
So you get some great discounts and great savings by shopping at Soul Plaza. And we have everything from name brand makeups to web design, and we have a lot of new more modern stores with ladies and men's clothing.
And you know, being a pretty good shopper myself, you have a huge parking lot. You don't have to share it, I don't think, with anybody.
I think that Scott on the way over, Scott and I were talking about that, and he really sold me on a point about the parking lot that you don't think much about that, but yes, that's an absolute great benefit to coming over to Soul Plaza, and Scott might want to talk a little bit about
Yeah, you know, one of the hardest things in the world, whether it's the holidays or not, is getting in and out of some place just to get what you need to get done.
Right.
And Soul Plaza has an open format, and it's easy to get in, it's easy to get out, and the frustration is gone. So when you've got somewhere to go and be somewhere, you're not stuck trying to find the slot or find yourself out of that slot. You're going to get in and get out and get on your way. That's what I love about it.
Well, we do want a busy parking lot, but
Good.
just not when we're there.
Right. Exactly. No, it is great to have a busy parking lot, but it is such a large parking facility,
Yeah.
and as you mentioned, we don't share it with a lot of other different businesses.
Yeah.
And one tremendous benefit is that we're doing a lot of events now. We have a facility to do up to 1,000 people banquets, as well as quinceañeras and weddings, parties and
Such
such.
a shortage of venues in this valley.
Absolutely. So we have recently built out a couple of great spaces inside of Soul Plaza, as well as we have an outdoor patio venue that a lot of people are
So
enjoying.
Marshall, you're not just a business owner, you're really an entrepreneur.
Actually, I have a very extensive background in the hospitality industry. I was a food and beverage director in the hospitality industry for over 30 years. And I do have an entrepreneurial spirit. But as part of being a food and beverage director, you have to come up with some original ideas. For example, if the revenue streams start to sink, you have to find ways to get those revenues back up. So yes, what I bring is a lot of ingenuity and fresh ideas to businesses.
Also, so I'm going to ask you how you got to the Antelope Valley, but you know, both of you, gentlemen, and the businesses there at Soul Plaza, you're really taking people off the freeway that would have to drive 60, 70 miles to go to work.
One of the main objectives that we have for Soul Plaza is to be that place in the Antelope Valley, where a destination place where people can come, feel safe and secure, and get great deals and save money by not having to drive down to the LA.
Safe and secure is so important. So your store is, it's right behind AV Ford.
Yes.
Or I should say Ford is right behind you.
Yes.
Is that K4?
No, we're actually at Commerce Center Drive and 10th Street and Commerce Center Drive, right behind Target and across from Winco.
Yeah, it's really, it's Lancaster's Mall, that whole area, in the
Yes.
super plan. And right next to all the car sales, and so a lot of traffic.
Yeah, there's a lot
Lots of
going
good
on
traffic.
around us. There've been a lot of growth in the area just in the time that I've been there.
Nice to have that existing building you could just move into.
Absolutely.
So Scott, you were in Albuquerque,
Yes, sir.
and how did you make the move to Lancaster?
Well, I have two 17-year-old boys there that were here with their guardians, and I had the fortuitous opportunity to want to grow my company, and this whole thing opened up to be able to come here. Everything just fell into place, really. I can call it a blessing. So we moved here, and my wife just loves to shop at all these kind of little mini shops. She loves to go to the outdoor places, and she takes me with her. And we just happened to be in there, run into Marshall. He shared and expounded on the opportunities there. And it had been my dream for over 30 years to have that retail spot where businesses could just come in, talk about how to get the right traffic, the right demographic traffic, and do something special with their business by bringing more traffic to that.
Marshall was in his place of business?
Yes.
Wow. Working the room.
He was. Saw me wandering around, and next thing you know, he's invited me to, what are you doing? How do you like shopping here? Doing the right things, honestly. And one thing led to another, made a deal of the century for me. And I got to share this with you. My business and broadcasting aspect over the internet and having global audiences was always hampered in Albuquerque because there's not a multi-facility venue. I didn't have a place to have 1,000 or 2,000 people. I didn't have the capacity for parking. It was always a hamstring to my company's growth.
In Albuquerque?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had to come to the Antelope Valley?
All the way to Antelope Valley.
Amazing things happen here, and amazing people make them happen. That's always the story I see, the things that happen in the Antelope Valley. So now you're connected with a facility that has seating for 1,000 people.
Yes, and the ability to do pay-per-view, on-demand broadcasting has been my threshold of success, and I've spent my lifetime trying to bring this to the table, because most people can't get their message out to larger audiences without spending a fortune. But being able to bring that facility and the convenience of having local venue, good parking, food, camaraderie, it's a heaven on earth for me.
Wow. If you build it, they will come. As you're talking, I'm seeing a stream of cars coming up the freeway and getting off the 14 there at Avenue K and coming over to your facility.
It's like an event center that's just been waiting for the right souls to be at the right place at the right time.
Wow. I have not been in the store, Marshall. I looked in the front door a couple of times, but I got to come over and check it out.
A lot of people are surprised. In the hospitality industry, we look for wow factors. And that's what I look to bring into the plaza, are wow factors. So a lot of people, when they come in, they're really surprised about what they see when they come in. And that is potential business owners as well as customers. And that's, again, what we're looking to do is bring that wow factor. Well, you mentioned about how I came to the Antelope Valley. The way I came to the Antelope Valley, I was commissioned by a friend of the owners of Soul Plaza to come in and consult for them because I do business consulting. I saw the opportunity for these small businesses to be able to do for them for free what I do for Soul Plaza for a price. The project was such an incredible project that I became a business partner with the business and decided I was supposed to be there for 6 weeks. I've been there now for almost 3 years.
A lot of people that come to the Antelope Valley, they came here for 3 months, and that was 22 years ago.
Right.
It happens a lot. And so welcome to the Antelope Valley. So instead of one client, you have, how many stores are in Soul Plaza?
About 45 now.
You got 45 clients then.
Absolutely. And it is really a pleasure to work with people like Scott, and as well as entrepreneurs who haven't had a business, and to help them to grow their business. One of the benefits of being a vendor at Soul Plaza is that I offer my services to them to help them to build and brand their businesses at no cost. And that's very important and very difficult.
Yes, it is. How do people get in touch with you, Scott?
You can go to vappster.com, or you can call our national line at 505-750-3201.
This is Chris Spiker, Antelope Valley florist, representing the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. Been talking with Marshall Keys, Soul Plaza. Yes, sir.
Chris, can I add just one thing? I gave the incorrect web address. We can actually be found at soulplazashopping.com.
Well, that works because people normally Google you anyway.
Exactly.
I asked a guy one time, well, what's your phone number? He says, Google me.
Right.
That's the way it's done.
Absolutely.
Nothing gets written down. So Marshall Keys, Soul Plaza, happy resident of the Antelope Valley for 6 months?
Oh, no, it's been quite a while now. It's been almost 3 years.
3 years. And Scott Thompson, welcome to the Antelope Valley.
Thank you.
Vappster.com, and you're in the Soul Plaza. Stop by and check them out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
You bet.